Well, hello YouTube. Today has turned into one hell of a dysfunctional bus day. You know, I thought it was going to work out really well for me when that bus actually stopped for me. I'm dying to see how that last video ended. Because, I was recording and then I saw that bus ahead of where I expected it. And I think what the deal was with that is that the one that I saw that was about 10 minutes away, because obviously that was way less than 10 minutes, was actually right behind it. So as far as I can tell, and I've just been sitting there on the ride to 27th Avenue. By the way, I'm at 27th Avenue in Missouri. I'm walking northbound just because at this point walking is more functional than trying to catch a bus. And apparently it's more functional than driving as well, because the people that are attempting to drive just all seem to be stuck in gridlock. I took a lot of screenshots. It's overwhelming just how dysfunctional the buses are right now. There's I don't even know where to start. There's clumps of buses, like 2 and 3 buses together, like right next to each other, in instances on routes where they should be spaced, 15, 20 whatever minutes apart. They're right next to each other, which means there's giant gaps between these clumps of buses. And I've kind of theorized like what causes that, and that's basically the bus in the front that is late picking up everybody at the stop, causing it to get further and further late, whereas the buses behind it will be obviously not picking up people because the bus in the front picked them up, getting further and further ahead of schedule, resulting in these clumps. And it amazes me that the people that operate Valley Metro can't seem to figure out that happens, and a simple solution to solving it, which is when that starts to happen. And I've explained this, I even kind of figured out like a sort of an algorithm on what would be the appropriate time. But basically, if that bus that is behind schedule is more than 50% past the time between when that bus should have arrived and when the next bus will arrive, it just needs to be in a drop-off mode only. And the people waiting just need to hop on the next bus. Now, granted, that does create a bit of a situation with the people waiting hey, where the hell's my bus? But the reality is that bus is right behind, and it would certainly help to get the buses on schedule. Of course, a better solution would be some freaking bus lanes in places where buses get stuck in traffic, so that shit doesn't happen. But yeah, Phoenix loves its stroads to be full of cars and its buses to be stuck in gridlock. So speaking of buses stuck in gridlock, the Route 50, I want to say it took me 20 minutes to get from 19th Avenue to 27th Avenue, trying to get across the congestion to I-10. And it's solid congestion between I-10 and 27th Avenue. In fact, I wish I had started filming this. I was having a super psycho text exchange with Crystal. I'll get to that in another video, I think. I don't think I'm going to have time to touch on it on this one, but super psychotic text exchange with her as to what happened to her last night. I get, hey, I just met you and we've had a quick love affair, and that was great, and I'm feeling like this is not going to work out. Like, I get that happens, and if anything, it's certainly reminiscent of all the abundance of flings that I had before Priscilla. It didn't work out. I'm a difficult person to date, to say the least. Just in times like that, what matters to me is that's fine. Can I just get my stuff? So she claims she's left my clothes, and I didn't have much clothes there. A bag of new socks I purchased yesterday. Thanks for blocking the crosswalk, guys. bag of new socks that I purchased yesterday. Just twisted my left hand. Pair of dirty socks I've been wearing for a few days because I needed new socks and all my socks were at home. I didn't have time to get it home. A new outfit, shirt and pants that I had purchased when her and I went to Goodwill a few days ago, 2 days ago, whatever it was. And 3 days ago, I don't know, the days are kind of a blur. Yeah, so shirt and jeans that were new, and then the jeans and shirt that I was wearing when I met her, which I ended up wearing for a few days, just due to that whole circumstance of not having a change of clothes and not having time to go get a change of clothes for a couple of days, and then when I got home on Monday and was planning on changing clothes, like there was just so much drama with Priscilla that I didn't get into it. I didn't manage to change my clothes. And those jeans are they're super baggy. They're oddly comfortable, but they're a little on the worn side. But yeah, that shirt. Oh, I love that shirt. It's an actual Pro-Am security shirt, like an official real Pro-Am security shirt. Which of course nobody who doesn't work for Pro-Am security is supposed to have one. But I dig the fact that I do, and it's always an interesting conversation piece when I'm wearing it. So. Yeah, it was kind of, well, I said I wasn't going to talk about that, but suddenly I'm talking about that. I really wanted to talk about the dysfunction of the buses and the traffic. There were vehicles blocking the intersection at 27th Avenue and Camelback like crazy, and also at Camelback above the I-17. This traffic is unbelievable, and I didn't realize. I guess it's just been so long since I've been driving, especially driving in a professional capacity where I get outside my regular commute, to realize just how, it used to be if you didn't want to deal with the traffic on I-17, you just simply got on 27th Avenue, and 27th Avenue moved, but as you can see, it's not particularly moving either. So yeah, this turned out to be much faster than waiting, or probably than driving would have been, at least driving on 27th Avenue. Now, I still insist that traffic is avoidable, and if I was driving, I'm sure I would have found another route that would have got me around this, whether that was the I-17, access road, or, God, I hope this guy can see me. This vehicle would just crush me. Look at how much taller its hood is than me. Scary shit. Anyway, there's that. There's 23rd Avenue. There's 17th Avenue. I don't even object to backtracking from. I'm wanting to say backtracking from 29th Avenue, although I do believe there's not a lot west of 27th Avenue that goes through, just because of the Grand Canyon Community College. That's a bit of an obstacle. There's not too many vehicles. Yeah, there's any side streets that go past that for quite a distance. So, but still, I mean, when I was driving, I was always really, really good at evading traffic, and just looking at the traffic aggregate on Google Maps and knowing alternate routes. Look at this. We got vehicles blocking the intersection. They go into the intersection because they got a green light, but there's nowhere to go because the intersection is backed up at I-17, so they just sit in the intersection. Not too bad at the moment, but it was really bad over at 27th and 27th and Bethany. Saw something happen on the bus stop I've never seen before. So as I was riding the bus, that was kind enough to pull me over, and I feel bad because I think the driver felt like I was personally attacking him, and and as far as like the way I was talking, that's just because I was driving and I was sort of excited and out of breath. But I'm just legitimately curious, like, where am I supposed to get to the bus? Because they've eliminated the 44th Street stop. They've eliminated it. And there's the construction. I mean, it seems to me the obvious thing would be just make a little gap in the construction barricades and put up a sign. And, you know, when the bus stops, it can stop and block the lane of traffic and people can fucking wait. Shouldn't be that difficult to, you know, to make that happen. However, there's always a prioritization. It's in your cars and fuck the buses and people ride on the buses. So, as you see, a bunch of people waiting for the 60 because the 60 is completely dysfunctional today. Oh man, took so many screenshots of the 60. Half the buses on the 60 are not even accurately showing in their app where they are. Like I saw two near 43rd Avenue, both of which, when you clicked on them, the app says they were near 22nd Street. I don't even understand how that's possible, the way the GPS stuff works, but I'm seeing that sort of bug happening more and more, and it's baffling to me. I hope y'all can hear me because it's windy as shit today. Anyway, almost a bullock, so yeah, walking was definitely my best option. Oh gosh. So anyway, I got on the bus, and I wasn't trying to rail on the driver. I just wanted to know, hey, where the hell am I supposed to board this bus? You know, it seems to me like if they think that's too dangerous to stop traffic where the bus stop was, you know, where it would normally be on the west side, you know, north side of the road, west side of Camelback, you know, 44th Street there on Camelback, that the logical place to put the bus stop would be right on the other side. You know, put a temporary bus stop there at the corner, you know, approaching on the east side, northeast corner, just approaching, which I walked by. I'm still not entirely sure where the bus stop was. I think I was pretty close to walking to it, but I'm thankful that bus driver stopped. But yeah, I checked the schedule, and it looked like the next bus would be at. It looked like the next bus would be at. It looked like the next bus would be at the 60 would be showing up at 24th Street in Camelback in pretty quick order. So I was feeling pretty, you know, confident, like, oh, that's going to be a quick, easy commute. And I had screenshot it, and I got screenshots showing it just how dysfunctional the other buses were, but it looked like the 60 I needed was just sitting there at its usual spot of 30, you know, where it camps out before it starts, which of course you can't board it there because it's not in service there, but at 36 just south, 36th Street just south of Camelback, and it showed, I do have a screenshot showing it as a 60, but then as I was sitting there, like, it didn't show up, and so I went on the app to see, you know, hey, that bus should have been here. It was right around the corner waiting for me, and that 60 changed to a 32. So, you know, obviously Valley Metro Dispatch is trying to, you know, prioritize and maybe change buses up from, hey, this is what you would normally do, but I've decided I want you to, instead of be a 60, just go ahead and be a 32. Fuck everybody that rides on Bethany home. It's mostly black people on that bus anyway, so why don't you be a 32nd Street bus, because there's whiter people that ride that one. Yeah, I don't know if that's the basis of it, but I tell you, it's the first time I've ever seen a bus on a map that was getting ready to come pick me up become a different bus. And I got screenshots of that showing that it did happen. It's not something in my head. And yeah, at that point, at one point I got a screenshot showing a Route 60 bus showing that it was going to be well over an hour late, but then when you click to see its actual location, who knows when it was actually going to show up, because it showed it was approaching 22nd Street and Camelback, when in reality it was at like 43rd and Bethany. So explain that one. Yeah, I really can't. It's just completely dysfunctional. Speaking of bus clumps, by the time I was trying to get over I-17 on Camelback, there were 3 50s, like in like a train in front of each other, trying to get across that intersection. I was in the one in the back, and one of them passed me. So again, that's something, a route scheduled, a bus should never pass another bus of the same route. Like, that should never happen, yet it happens here all the time. Anyway, I need to get inside. More about the Crystal Saga later. Yeah, she says she threw my Samsung phone away. I'm not happy about that. I've told her that I intend to sue her for the value of the phone, and I just might. Anyway, I gotta get inside. I gotta deal with this PA, and hopefully give me some dollar tacos. Oh, what a day.